with the Windstroms Wanderers, my party of rangers. So when we last left off, we were doing pretty good. We had basically completed what I think are all of the quests in and around Samagold, or Samarok, or whatever the name of this city is. So what we're doing now is we're going to do this very last quest for Sahani, and when we return that to her, we will then be able to go to the next chapter, next mission part. So I believe what we need to do here is we need to go over to this choke mist cave to get our stuff. So let's just have a look in our journal. So Virginia is certain that the poison came from the choke mist cave, and oh, maybe not. Maybe I still need to talk to... Maybe I still need to talk to yeah, what's her name? We're going to go and do the choke mist cave anyway. Going to let these guys fight those boars. They should be able to handle that themselves. More boars there. I know I can get another bounty if I attack these boars, but I don't really want to worry about that at this point. Overall, our characters and everything are doing quite good. Let me just refresh both myself and you with where we're up to. So we're a level 9 ranger, and we've just recently acquired the frost longbow +1, which does an additional 1d6 cold damage, which will be very nice. And yeah, our backup weapon is a great sword +1. Okay, we still I don't believe we still have, some of our guys are still just using straight up longbows. Actually, I can't switch characters as easily here. Some of our guys are still using straight up longbows, which isn't ideal. It would be nice if there were more magical longbows or composite bows available. What's that? Deinonychus. So let's just save before we head in to the choke mist cave. Resume, and we'll head in and see what we've got. Strange spores carried aloft by a soft wind originate from within this cave, occasionally billowing forth from the cave mouth. Exactly the same text there. Examine the spores. The spores, when inhaled in sufficient quantity, can cause the victim to become delirious and irrational. Walking near patches of these plants should be avoided, so we're going to have to be careful with that. Okay, so trying to remember, I have been in this cave once before. Oh, Lowry. There we go. That's the guy we're supposed to try and find, who is bad. Okay, what am I looking for? Tab, that's the key. So playing so many different games that it's hard to remember what the control keys are for various things. Okay, so
finally you arrive. Took you long enough to get here.
Why are you doing this? How trite. But you did keep the Batiri away from me at the beach. They were more aggressive than I'd planned. Thus, my lord has plans, and you are doing an excellent job of getting in the way. Not anymore. Your lord? Who's that? Hang on, we've got a... From Inshallah... Going to enjoy killing you. I'm not going to say that. Your lord, who's that? Not to worry, you will meet him soon enough. I should be able to find at least one of you worthy to sacrifice, and my favour will grow. I tire of waiting. Let us bring this moment closer to being. Enough talk, let's end this. Okay, so he's just cast something, but look, really, seriously, I've got to make sure my
This task I
rapid
can
shot
perform.
is enabled on all of the characters, because
Well,
we've
of course I can do that.
just loaded a save, so for some reason it turns that off, which is super annoying.
Quietly. Our quarry lies just ahead.
Okay, I'm not going to bother using many shot, because many shot, I don't think I can use it. Oh, maybe I can. I'll give it a try. It just seems like sometimes whenever I switch on many shot, I've got to wait a little while before, I've got to wait for the next round basically before it gets used. And I
Well,
really
of
want
course
to
I
just
can do that.
pump this guy full of arrows as quickly as possible. Not giving him a
Quietly.
chance to do much. Okay, so he's dead already. So that was pretty damn quick. My death won't matter, my lord will finish you eventually. Okay, so who killed him? Inshallah ended up killing him. But now we've got corrupted spiders. But I don't really, apart from the fact that being paused is causing that noise to be rather annoying, I don't think these spiders are going to cause us too much problem as long as we concentrate properly and take them out one by one. There we go. There we go. So yes, rather simple. And some giant venom sacs. Nothing else there to pick up. Just whatever's on this guy's body. Is there anything else in here? I don't even think there's any sort of chests or anything. It's really just this guy. Now, trying to remember, what did... No, Videnia wanted something from here, but I'm not sure if we've got it. What was the completed one? No. No, maybe she didn't want anything. No, okay. Right, so let's just have a look at what we found on this guy. Improved choking powder. Great. Improved thunderstone. Don't want it. Emerald. Nice to sell. Dragon bile. That is something that we could probably use. Saboteur's stiletto. And an amulet of natural armor +1, which I've already got. And we've got that. So
I shall.
you've got the snake tongue amulet. Refresh me on what that does. Save throw versus poison.
Ready.
You've got the sailor's shelter. That does save throw versus fear.
Yes?
You have a natural armor +1.
Listening.
And you have a natural armor +1. So I think we'll probably sell that one. And the Saboteur's Stiletto is just a dagger. Okay. But it does 1d4 acid damage, which is actually quite good. Anytime I find a weapon that does 1d something, or 2d something or whatever, but 1d something bonus damage, I'll always get that. That's why I got this bow. Over, you can sometimes find, like, there's a particular, I think it's like Harbinger's Kin or something is the name of this greatsword, and it does like 2 points extra fire damage, or 1 point extra fire damage, and I tend not to get those weapons because I don't think they're worth, even though on average you may end up only getting 1 or 2 points of damage from a 1d4 bonus weapon. This Frost Longbow, as we looked at before, does 1d6 bonus cold damage. So yeah, every now and then you're only going to do 1 or 2 extra points of damage, but sometimes you're going to do 6, and that's always a good thing. So I try and go for those weapons that do an extra die worth of damage rather than, you know, X number of points of extra damage. I just find them more useful, more potential. And then of course if I can find anything which improves, anything that's keen, so it improves crits or has massive crits in it, I will definitely use those. So we should be ready to head back now. As we just saw from the journal, we have tracked Lowry down and dealt with him, so we need finding out that he was a Yuan Ti in the process, and we should return to Sasani to inform her of the results. So let's do that. We don't have anything else in this area that we really need to do, I think, unless... Oh, okay. I was just going to say, unless some of us are really close to getting a level.
Yes.
Which, look at that.
You
a
just
few
follow
of us
me
are.
and
We
stay
are,
close.
with the exception of
Everyone follow me!
the rest of us are incredibly close to getting a level. So we're probably actually going to get the level when we turn in this quest, really. But I'm also thinking, you know, it might be worthwhile to take out some of dinosaurs. No, we're going to fight. We're not going to calm them down. I could calm them down, but no, we want the XP. Get ourselves another level. That way we're more prepared for the next chapter. I mean, as I said, we're probably going to get enough experience to do it. Even before that. Look at those crits going everywhere. That's what we like to see. Okay, so we didn't really get very much in the way of experience there at all, actually. I mean, we've got plenty of dinosaur claws that we're going to be able to sell, but not really very much in the way of XP. And now that I think about it, I'm probably not going to get that much XP from random encounters out here unless I want to try and take on some of the really hard things like a shambling mound or something like that. And frankly, yeah, I don't want to die at this point. So we're better off just going back to Sasani and finishing her quest. That should give us enough XP, hopefully, to get our next level. After all, that was the reason that we stayed here and did all of this. Oh, there we go. We did get the level, so that's good. Okay, let's do this. Let's level up while we get the chance.
What?
Come on. There we go. Okay, so we're not, of course, going to change classes. I can't just go recommend here because it'll try and do stuff that I don't want to do. So if you want to know why I chose the various skills, I did go back and see episode 1, which I've got up on YouTube. We get a new favoured enemy. What are we going to pick? I really don't know what the main enemy is in this module. I'm tempted to do undead. I'm also tempted to do reptilian humanoids because I think that will cover Yuan Ti, and I think Yuan Ti are going to be... Actually, I'm definitely going to do that one. I think because the Yuan Ti are in this module already, and we haven't really faced off against more than a couple of them, that's going to be useful. Okay, so Inshallah doesn't have a new level.
Ready.
Killy does. Level up. Okay. Next. Recommend. Next. I think, yeah, these guys already have reptilian humanoids because that's one of the defaults if you just go recommend. What does this say if I go recommend now? Probably undead. Orcs. No, I don't really think orcs are in this module. Elementals. Could do Fae. Maybe goblinoids if we were if there's a chance we're going to face more Bateri, it would be worthwhile having goblinoids there. Monstrous humanoids. No. Outsiders is always a good one because there's a lot of weird things that appear in that. Plants. I don't remember there being plant-based enemies. Yeah, I'm going to do outsiders just in case. And that's what I'm going to do with the other guys as well.
You just follow me and stay close.
Next. Recommend. Next. Yeah. Outsiders for you as well. So I think that matches up with what my main character has as well. If we go and have another look
What?
at his feats, he has giants, goblinoids. Oh, giants, goblinoids, and reptilian human. Why did I pick giants initially? Almost never see giants in this stuff. Anyway,
Yes.
outsiders is a good choice. Often a lot of the weird things you come across. Ithalids, for example, if we have to end up taking on any of the mind flayers down in the Underdark, they're outsiders. At least I believe they are. They're either outsiders or aberrations, one of the two. Recommend. Next. I'll say it again, I definitely like that half-orc tunic armor sort of combination-y thing. I think it looks very nice. The male version of it doesn't look quite as nice, but it still looks better than the default one that the humans and a lot of the other races get. Okay, so we have now leveled up everybody who can be leveled up. What we're going to do is we're just going to head over this way a little bit and try and make our way as far away from any of these encounters as possible, and then we're going to rest up purely so that we can summon our animal companions next time we are in a town or what have you, or in an encounter. And really I should save, shouldn't I? Okay, let's head into Summergol. Is it Summergol? Yes. Let's visit the bazaar. I'm going to, just because I can't remember what happens, I know we did this on a playthrough a few weeks ago, I can't remember what happens when we finish talking to Sasani, whether we automatically get put somewhere or whatever, so I'm going to sell up any of the stuff that I want to get rid of straight away.
What?
Who picked up the
I shall. Follow me.
dinosaur claws?
Everyone
Yes.
follow me!
You did.
Stay close and step where I step.
Summon my little badger. Stand back, stranger. Yeah, whatever. It's actually easier if we go around this way, isn't it? And I'm also at a situation where not everyone will buy from me at the moment, so let's go and sell to the bounty collector first. And then anything
you
else I'm
bounties
going to
from me,
sell to
Hunter?
Osi. Sell you some items I've come across. Very well. Let's sell that. And those. I don't think she will take anything else. And I'm pretty sure we don't have anything in any of these. Nope. What do we have in here? Anything that we can sell? Doesn't look like it. Well, I don't know. This silly bug where we can't merge some ammunition is annoying. What I really should do is find... Actually, no, not in there. I should really go into... I'm going to go into the tavern, inn, whatever you want to call it. And I'm going to dump a whole heap of stuff that I don't want to be carrying into one of the armoires. I'm pretty sure I dumped some stuff in here into the party armoire, or armory, however you want to pronounce it. Yeah, we couldn't do anything with that, could we? I'm going to keep that on me, of course. So, if I loot all of that, for some reason no. For some reason I can't sell that. That's a signed contract. I can't sell that. And I can't sell... Actually, I don't want to put that in there because it's not something that I really need to keep. So if I try and merge those, they don't merge for whatever silly reason. And I don't want to keep these arrows or either of those, or these. I want to get rid of them. So what I'm going to do, and I wish I could get rid of all of these. So there's another over here, I believe, in this room. Was it in that room? Stuck again. Yeah, there's the guest armory right there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to... Everything that I don't want to keep. That, and that, which I can't sell, but I don't want to keep. I can't put those away. So they're all going to go in there. I'm going to sell that. I'm going to sell all of... Well, not all of this. I'm keeping that and that. But I'm going to sell these. What's the Dragon Bile? That applies poison. Yeah. It's probably useful, but I'm not going to use it. I'm not a poison sort of person, so we're going to go over to OC and sell all of this, and then we'll talk to Susani. Probably save right before we talk to Susani. Actually, I might even talk to...
Greetings again, friends.
Volo first.
What may I do for you?
What do you have for sale? Let's get rid of that. Let's get rid of that, and that, and that, and that. And I think we're good. And I'm pretty sure you don't have anything that I want to buy, because everything that you've got here that's even semi-decent I've already sold to you. Approach of shielding, lots of recipes. Let's just make sure there's nothing.
Hello again, travelers.
Found an
Most
interesting area.
excellent. Tell me all about it, and I shall take notes.
I tracked down the saboteur to a deadly cave in mountains west of Samagol. Within the cave were many choke mist plants whose spores can confuse and kill any who breathe them.
Dangerous, but with proper warning, potentially a great draw to the curious. A tale of evil brought to its end, tracked to a corner and defeated in combat. That always draws a crowd. Was there any other location you wished? No? Oh, that's a shame. What else can I help you?
Okay. So, as we said, let's just save. And finally talk to Susani.
I presume you have been tracking the saboteur. Have you met with much luck?
I don't know what that word there is meant to be. Seriously. But I was going to say this anyway. So the saboteur Luri, he was a Yuan T.
What? How can that... How do you know?
He spoke of it and he shifted form when he died. I could sense the truth in his words.
Gods and demons, if anyone followed you, if anyone should discover this, or suspect we have any connection, hells, we are all of us in grave danger. Even in death, the saboteur can strike.
My lady, beware. A guard approaches.
Yes, thank you, Master Volo. Captain Dajos, we meet again. What brings you to this mercantile house today?
An order from the council. It seems you've had rather troubling luck with your employees of late. I hear reports that one of them sabotaged your ship and might have had dealings with the Yuan Ti.
That employee was summarily dismissed shortly after the shipwreck. I filed the paperwork with the Mercantile Affairs Committee. And if you should insinuate that I and my company have anything to do with the snake folk...
Your authority over me is no longer recognized, Sasani. In fact, by order of the council, you are to leave Samargol immediately while this matter is investigated, and care of your merchant company is to be remanded to your highest-ranking inferior. In this case, the resident Osi Chaluka.
No, Lady Sasani,
Osi, be at ease. I should be glad to have you run the company in my temporary absence.
Very well. The council expects to see you gone by sunset tomorrow, Sasani, or you'll be considered guilty and be put to the sword. Good day.
Fine. Then I shall not wait for the Northern Hub's reply to my missive. We shall use the portal of the gnomes. It is time I examined our operations at Crossroad Keep personally.
Sasani, you must reconsider. Could we not relocate to Rossatan for the time being instead? The council can be reasoned with. If we leave the country, they could interpret that as guilt, and we shall be as good as dead.
I understand, Nasirin, but there is no chance that the council will even listen to us. They already dislike how much trade we control in this city to begin with. Osi is more than capable of managing this place on his own.
I thank you, my lady. I shall do my best to keep things running with the utmost smoothness and efficiency.
Nasirin, Volo, and myself shall depart for the portal at once, under the guise of a routine trade meeting in Taruin. You, on the other hand, should use more caution on your approach. We shall meet you in Crossroad Keep when you arrive.
Take care in the north, my friends. The Sword Coast has become a base and lawless place in the wake of the Shadow War. I would not return, but that the Lady Sasani has requested it of me, and I am powerless to resist the demands of a beautiful woman.
Okie dokie, so what does that say we need to do? Sasani is determined to avoid any dangerous legal entanglements in Samargol and has decided to venture north, leaving immediately for Crossroad Keep. She encouraged you to use the portal at the Lanternese lumber camp and meet her there. Okay, so that's where we have to go. I think we're ready to go. I don't believe there's too much more I need to do.
Follow me.
We're all pretty
You just
good
follow me.
Everyone
Stay
follow
close.
me!
As equipment goes, and
Perhaps so.
etc. And, you know, hopefully we'll find a decent merchant at Crossroad Keep that we can buy some better gear from. So, let's just head out. Quick save before we leave the city. So we're not going to hang around too much. I don't expect the guards to attack us or anything, but there's not a lot else that we can do in the area. We have actually, you know, we've been pretty well every one of these places and explored as much as we can. I don't think there's anything that we missed. Yeah, we did all of those, I'm pretty sure. So it's back to the camp up there. Ooh. Large load of lumber. Oh, good, more stuff to trade. Just some boars there, nothing spectacular. Back into the Lanternese lumber camp. So this is all uncharted waters here. I have not done any of this part of this adventure before, so let's hope that nothing spectacular happens, but we're just going to take it easy and not be too reckless in everything that we do.
You're back! Welcome again! Can't stay away, can you?
Let's see if we got any supplies that are interesting. No armor. Not really any weapons. Nothing much in the way of potions. No trinkets. I wanted to build a golem if I knew how. It looks like you've got plenty of parts for that, but not a lot else. Okay. Don't really think there's anyone else here we need to talk to, so we'll just talk to...
So, you're back, huh? What can I help you with?
How's everything at the camp? A lot better, thanks for helping out our mechanic, by the way. She's still significantly less perky than she was before, but she seems a little less morose. Good of you to do. No big deal. Anything else? We need to get to Crossroad Keep. Yeah, I should have known. Sasani and her crew showed up not too long ago with the same request. Looked to be in a bit more than the usual hurry. New faces with her too. I don't know what's going on, but I know better than to ask. That's why I'm so good at my job, and of course the massive chests full of gold she had with her helped too. She mentioned it should cover your transport fare too, so you're all set. Ready to leave. Alright then, everything should be ready. Although I warn you, I haven't worked out all the kinks in the system just yet, but it should be perfectly safe, mostly. Now, I've got everything set up, and you should be ready to go any moment now. Wait, you don't have any metal on you, do you? What? Easy, easy, small joke. You're ready to go. Have a safe trip. That's really funny. Yeah, like that. Oh, that's just great. That is. Don't have any metal on you. God, you know, chainmail shirt, studded leather armor, two-handed swords, etc. Even the arrowheads. Ooh, what's going on here? Are we being attacked? What is going on? Ended up inside some sort of mausoleum, crypt type thing.
I'll cover this one.
Here I come! Show my weapons to their targets, all seeing.
Just
Vortash Luta.
anything else?
Here I come!
So what do we got on the other side of the door?
My bolts are thirsty for
There's
blood.
more
Time
where
to
that
knock some
came
sense
A
from.
into this one.
necromancer and stuff.
Time to knock some sense into this one.
Well, seeing as some of you ladies
Foes
are
draw near.
right
Be
in
ready.
front of the door anyway.
Quietly. Our quarry lies just ahead.
Let's,
This task I can perform.
All right, crew. Let's take
Let's
them
attack
down.
then.
Damn your eyes!
get rid of this necromancer first. It should then be easy to take care of everyone else. Even though these guys are going to be... Actually, I need to change out those arrows. Those fire arrows are an absolute waste. I think we got rid of them all. Yeah, looks like it. Okay. Bolts of lightning, they will go to Inshallah. Okay. Don't really have anything to try and... Come on. Over this way so you're out of the... Okay. Now that we triggered that, that was all of it. Can we rest in here? No. What is my debuff? Strength decreased. Yeah, I should have known. Armor of comfort. It's going to be heavy armor, so we can't wear that. Let's put that in our bag to keep it out of the way. An emerald and a shield of the watch. Armor class bonus +2 versus human. Strange, but okay. Constitution decreased, blah 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 blah. Okay. It's very strange that we've come here. Sort of feels like we weren't actually sent to the right spot after all. So once we get outside and see what the overland map is like, I'm going to pause and sort of see if I can work out where I am and where I need to go. Okay, so there's our little crypt. Where are we? We're all the way down here. That's Crossroad Keep, so we basically need to follow this road here north. There's all this sort of swampy area here. Okay. I'm sure we'll be given some quests in this area soon enough. So what have we got? Ooh. Ooh. Let's have a look. Following the crows, you see them feeding on a dead body, though the victim is beyond saving, their valuables are not. Silver ring, gold necklace, and garnet. So we have a little town here. Lelion, or something. A small mining town near the Mayor of Dead Men. Lelion does business up and down the high road. Okay, so this is the Mayor of Dead Men. This is near where the official campaign is. So basically on the other side of this swamp should be, even though you got Crossroad Keep, whatever that town was called that you were in the first one, You approach the central square of Lilion, a small mining community. The quiet in the village is occasionally punctuated by the sound of a smelter working in the distance. The gnome town. Let's trade. So we paid nothing for this timber. So we're going to sell that. So we paid 75 for that salt. If we can find some place that'll pay us more than 75 for it, that would be good. Let's go to the tavern and see what's going on. Because, you know, more often than not, in fact, so far, every tavern we've come across has at least one quest in it. So, he is hoping this one is no different.
Greetings, travelers. Stopping by for a song, are you?
Not when I can sing one better. Yeah, no. Who are you?
The famous Bard Finch, dear sir. You're lucky you ran into me. I was just rehearsing for my upcoming performance, provided I can actually play, that is.
You can't perform, why?
A regrettable misunderstanding. A singularly beautiful lady wove her way into my graces without letting me know she was spoken for, and I suffered great misfortune as a result. Lost a fantastic hat, so I was run out of town, too.
Can we help?
Mayhaps, yes. If you were to speak with Sir Naval and find out from him if I could be allowed back into the city, I would be able to play as scheduled. Such a kindness would be forever remembered, my friend.
Rightio. What's the innkeeper got to say? It's a pretty small inn, actually. Well met, stranger. What can I and my humble inn do for you? Have you heard any rumours? You know, I even had a Luskan drop by here once. Didn't stay long, shifty rascal. You know that place is run by pirates in the Arcane Brotherhood, that seedy group of mages. I'm surprised they don't go killing each other within a week. Anything else? No, I'm not going to spend the night. Is there anything interesting? Here's another person up here. Tavern patron. Whoa. Damn Iron Fist. They think they own all the ore in these hills. Well, you know, they sort of do. What's through this door? Nothing. Okay. That's the exit there. Okay, so we've seen the inn. Let's head back out. I'd much rather sleep out in the open than pay to stay in an inn at this point in time. So let's continue up north. Ooh, what have we got there? Monstrous band. Bugbears. Join the battle. Let's take on these bugbears. Help the local troops out. The local constabulary, as it were.
We won't bo-
Rio Novo. Rio Novo.
You're not getting away from me!
And maybe I should have taken Orc for some of my guys as... Whoa, 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 whoa. Someone's getting really badly mauled. I don't know why they're running in. Are they using...
This task I can perform.
No, you got your crossbow. What
Will
about
do.
you? What, you're still using your bow as well? You're just kidding.
Damn your eyes!
Why did I just take a potion when I didn't need it? I'm not doing all that great at the moment.
My steel.
Wow. Nope, I want that.
Now! Strike swiftly!
Little concerned that we're... Whoa! Kelly actually died. I think I actually did all that well on that. Let's try healing you before you get to minus 50. Nope, that didn't work. Okay, so for you we need to use... Oh, where's...
Yes?
These guys should all have at least one coin on
What?
them. Split. Okay, maybe... Maybe
What?
I need to use... like that. There we go.
I am ready.
And then you can use yours
Yes.
on that one.
What?
I am ready.
No.
Bonaparte!
Right.
Perhaps
Okay,
so.
That was our first death there. That was actually a pretty bad fight. I don't know what we did wrong there, because every other combat we've had, we've worked very effectively with bows. I just don't know why a couple of my guys decided to charge in like that. But then once they did, they got pretty badly mauled. So we're going to have to be a little bit more careful from now on. Okay. That was all of the stuff. Let's head out of here and then rest up, because as you can see we need it. Return to the overland map. going into the town and resting up. Rent a room for the night. Okay. How much it costs? There we go. Pack of wargs. They say this is going to be challenging. Well, I don't know. We'll just have to see. Previously, this sort of thing hasn't been challenging. Maybe Chapter 1 is just that much easier than Chapter 2.
Onwards we go. No quarter given in the wild.
Half of a half-wit. I can do that.
Actually, no. We all...
Get rid of some and a new crop of enemies seems to sprout up.
We all need to get our animal companions
Children
out
of
first.
snakes.
I think that might have been the problem. I don't think we had enough animal companions
Quietly.
out last time.
Our quarry lies just ahead.
Okay, now we can all...
This task I can perform.
Will do. I see some more enemies.
Damn your eyes! Now! Strike swiftly! Now! Strike swiftly!
Ooh, look, Inshallah got another level. Nearest...
All right, crew. Let's take them down. Well, of course I can do that.
Will do. I see some more enemies.
Yes, of
Time.
course.
Nearest target.
Foes draw near.
Target.
Be ready.
Target.
Half. Time to knock some
I
sense
see some
into
more
this one.
enemies. Target.
Yes, of course.
You're not getting away from me.
Yeah, I think our problem last time was that we didn't have our animal companions out, and so we had no one to act as a buffer. Okay,
Follow my
let's
tracks.
quickly level up. Inshallah, or however you pronounce it. I say quickly, but you know, you see how slow this game runs at times. Recommend. Next. What are you going to recommend? If you say orcs, well, I'll let you take them. Yep, fine. At least someone can do some good against orcs. Okay.
Perhaps so.
Let's come up here and let's clean up this loot. Grey cloaks. Hey, these guys should not be hostile to us. Not that the other guys actually were really all that hostile in Senegal, but we weren't. We were outsiders, and so they were a little bit cold. These guys are just going to refuse to talk to us by the looks of it. I'm just walking through them as if they're not here, but, you know, whatever. We'll do what we can. Is that everything? It's really... Grey Cloak Sergeant, you're not going to say anything? No? Okay, fine. Be that way. Okay. Can't actually see what this guy there is. No, I don't want to do that. That seems to be someone I'm supposed to be able to click on. Yeah, look, we'll join that battle. Should go a lot better this time because we have our animal companions to help us. And I think this time there actually will be some grey cloaks fighting alongside us. There didn't seem to be last time. Or if they were killed very quickly. Stop running forward.
You will regret that.
Foes draw near. Be ready.
All right, crew.
Get rid of
take
some,
them
and a new
down.
crop of enemies seems to sprout up.
This task I can perform.
Well, of course I can do that.
Here I come! Everyone attack!
Quietly.
I see some more enemies!
I think I spy some unsuspecting
I see some more
playmates
enemies.
ahead.
Managing our opponents
Now.
a little better.
We won't both walk away from this.
Just try to
Get
make
rid of
sure
some, and a new crop of enemies seems to sprout
Damn
up.
your eyes.
that we all concentrate on the same opponent.
Time to
Take them down as quickly as possible. Look at that. Those guys did not survive. We're in trouble now. That patrol got wiped out by these guys.
Now.
No.
Strike swiftly.
You're attacking. You're attacking.
All right,
you're
crew.
attacking, you're attacking.
Let's take
I
them
see some
down.
more enemies!
Wow.
Everyone attack!
Quietly. Our quarry lies just ahead.
Who did we attack? Yes, that's the one we're attacking.
Show my weapons
Well, of
to
course
their
I can
targets,
do that.
all-seeing.
Now. Strike swiftly.
She's going to...
All right, crew.
Blood-sucking
Let's take them
wraith of
down.
a half-wit!
Now. Strike swiftly.
We really just have to keep at this.
Yes.
There's only... Oh, there's actually quite a few still left, but we're taking them down pretty quickly, so...
I see some more enemies!
Yes. Of course.
This task I can perform.
Yes. Of course.
My bolts are thirsty for blast!
Actually, I'm going to get you to drink a potion. trouble here. Still a few of these guys left. No, there's only a couple left. We should be able to survive this. Oh, and sorry, but the game crashed, guys. That's annoying. That is really annoying. Especially since I don't think I've actually saved since I've passed the keep. Yeah. So, any of that really went nowhere. Okay, so we're actually now finding that it's a little bit hard with just bows to survive against these guys in this second part of this adventure. Whether that means we need to avoid some enemies more and not fight these guys until we get another level or so, or whether that means we need a different tactic, I don't know. Remember to save more. That's the thing to take from this. Save more often. Creative supplies. We find some lumber. That's great. Oh, let's take on these trolls. This is the thing. These guys, we will fight this band of trolls. We're not going to have a problem here. We're going to find this is going to be fairly straightforward. I mean, I don't think we have any other animal companions out. Oh, yes, we do. Yeah, so look, all of our animal companions are out. Admittedly, this is only 2 trolls. It's not like a dozen orcs and bugbears, but
Ha! Half of a half-wit.
the other thing is I mean, we are level... we're level 10. Orcs and bugbears should not be that much of a problem for us. So it's obvious that they're not like, you know, generic level, you know, HD 1 HD orcs or 2 HD orcs or whatever they are. The normal, you know, normally orcs are fairly low level opponents. Yeah, if they're in large numbers, they're a problem for a larger group. But you know, we should be able to take down a few of them together. So, I don't know. I'm certainly not the best at strategy and tactics and things like that, so, you know, I can definitely see that I'm, you know, probably not handling this right. But the other thing is that, you know, I've said before, these games are really not designed with archery in mind. You are at a disadvantage. And sometimes that shows. So far we haven't had too much of a problem, but it looks like in this next section we just might have some problems. So let's just get through this again. We'll come over here, we'll save, we'll head through, we'll save again, so that if we have it, if it all goes pear-shaped again, we can recover. No, I said save first, didn't I? Actually, the autos, we might have had an auto save there earlier that we could have used, but anyway. Resume.
So, you're back, huh?
Ready to leave. Small joke, blah blah blah. Okay. And we're off. Okay, we are in this crypt again, of course. And once again, the tactic is to take on
Children of snakes.
the necromancer first.
Let's attack then!
Yes.
You're not getting away from me!
And that's right, I'm wasting those fire arrows again, aren't I?
You're not getting away from me!
Oh, and we're not using rapid shot. Are we all using rapid shot?
Let's
Yes,
attack
just
then!
not me. He's down. The rest of this group will not take much. And we're done. Jolly good. Ooh, there was another remains there. Another skull. And this guy. Best bet here is to all come back into this room. There's plenty of room to come back in here. And we will go and open. Oh, there we go. And where else? There. And there. Right. So, once again, let's put all this stuff in the bag. So we don't have to carry it all everywhere. That, and that. And that can go in there. Once again, we shall save. And out we go. So we are going to stop in the town. Go to the tavern. Let's visit the common room actually, because we can rent a room from the tavern keeper. But this way we can talk to Finch as well.
Greetings, travelers. Stopping by for a song, are you? The famous Bard Finch, dear sir. Yes, 'tis so. And a woman, sad. If you...
we need to do that level for...
I shall.
Inshallah. Recommend. Oh, of course, wrong spot to do recommend.
What?
And then let's rest for the night. Spend the night. Alright. Continue. Farewell. Oops. And let's head back out. We might just save first. There we go. monstrous band somewhere. Where are we? We're nearly to the keep. Good. Bandit gang. Highcliffe. Wow. Okay. Let's trade with Highcliffe. We didn't trade with the previous town. We should have. Let's sell all of that we have in stock. We still can't sell that salt for anything better in price. Visit the inn. Oh, Finch is here again.
What speeds your feet back here so quickly?
Still working on clearing your name, sorry. And the innkeeper, what have you got to say for yourself? Nothing there. That's just a normal patron. That's a patron. Whoop. Doesn't appear to be anything else to do in this inn, so let's get out of here. Crossroad Keep. That's what we've been looking for. Into the courtyard. Actually, is this the keep that you get? That might be the keep that you get in the original campaign. Now that I think about it. There's Sasani, and there's Kelgar. Alright. Gate guard, worker. I think this is supposed to be your keep. I assure you, Master Kelgar, that my offer is genuine. I'm not one to be impressed by a lot of fancy talk. What makes you different from the last pair that passed through here? I possess the necessary gold, if that is what you're asking. I trust this sum will be enough to purchase the buildings I need. Aye, more than enough. Seems like that kind of coin would go a lot further in other places, though, like Waterdeep or Sembia. That may be so, Master Kelgar, but the opportunities here are too promising to pass up. I have a more than capable staff, and with the aid of those in my employ, I expect the return on my investments to be very great indeed. I don't know, Lady Sasani. The lands around the keep might be too rough for a bunch of caravan guards to handle, you know. It shouldn't be a problem. Well spoken, lad. I almost feel bad for anything that tries to tangle with you.
I'll be in the keep if anyone needs me.
You have yourself a deal, Lady Sasani. The buildings are yours now, so make the most of them if you can, especially since I have to make a report to Nasher about it. You are late. What happened? The portal malfunctioned. There was a slight detour. I see. Come, let's finish our conversation inside our new headquarters. I really want to talk to someone who can... Where did you go? Merchant headquarters is this one here. Right.
This operation is not as far along as I would have hoped. But no matter. Like any challenge, it can be overcome with the right methods. But first and foremost, there is the more important matter of my missing associates to attend to first. I wish you to travel north to Neverwinter City and meet with representatives of the Circle of Friends, the Forgotten Lords, or the Fated Winds.
No idea what those are, but let's find out.
They are the 3 most prominent merchant factions in this region, and it is very likely that at least one of them had dealings with my associates. Find out what they know, and...
This is a pointless exercise. We should not be wasting time or resources investigating the fate of these missing associates. While we fret, there are many business opportunities here that we should...
I am not a fool, Nasirin, nor have I become one since we left Samarak. I am well aware of the opportunities, and do not plan to neglect them. In addition to this search, I also need you to establish a trading post in one of the towns adjacent to the keep. Highcliff, Thundertree, Phandalin, Leylon, or Neverwinter itself. This will aid us in restoring the income that has been lost in our transfer from Samargol, and is our first step. Here are 100 trade bars with which to purchase any resources you may need to set up the initial trading post.
What do you think happened to your associates?
I do not know, but that's what I want you to find out. They have always been reliable allies, and they've always finished what they started.
This place is impressive. Yes, and that only heightens my suspicion that something unfortunate befell my associates. To simply abandon this place makes no sense. Will you ever be able to return to Samarak?
If we are successful here on the Sword Coast, then yes, I believe so. I find that wealth tends to gloss over any perceived shortcomings, and the Samargol officials remain pleasantly susceptible to bribes.
I have questions about trading.
What would you like to know?
What do I do with the trade bars once I have them?
In addition to using them to buy and sell goods, you may also turn in trade bars in exchange for gold. The ratio is not 1-to-1, but it's more than fair. In addition to this, the trade bars you turn in will be used to fund projects outside the scope of the business, such as upgrading our operation here in the keep. What would you like to know?
Why deal in trade bars? No. What happens if I run out of trade bars?
As an employee of this company, you are entitled to a monthly stipend of trade bars. The size of the stipend, however, will depend on how well the company is doing. What would you like to know?
What's the advantage of establishing trading posts in other towns?
Currently, any business with the town is handled through an intermediary. We trade with the local merchants, who in turn trade with the town's inhabitants. A trading post will allow us to distribute goods directly to the citizenry. It reduces the costs of dealing with the middlemen, and increases our influence in the region.
Why haven't trading posts been set up previously?
Likely because of the associated costs, but most of all because the region itself is unstable. The post relies on the ability of the company to get its goods to and from the town with a reasonable degree of efficiency. Others have failed to do so. We shall not. What would you like to know?
How do I establish other trading posts?
Simply visit one of the other towns or cities in this region, and speak with the local government. There will most likely be a fee involved. What would you like to know?
You can now construct trading posts at the various cities. Each town will have its own requirement to construct a trading post. Visit the various towns to discover the requirement. Building a trading post will give you access to the following. Caravans. You may construct a caravan between any 2 locations, which both contain trading posts. A caravan will travel between the 2 shipping. You can ship goods. Shops. Each trading post is manned by a trader who will sell useful goods. Send a special merchant to Crossroad Keep. Trading post also passively incoming a merchant company. Done. Okay, fine. Anything interesting? I sort of doubt it, but you know, by that I sort of mean any loot, really. Thing is, I shouldn't be looting the place. I'm going to seriously consider a playthrough of some game, I don't know what, at some point, where I do not just loot things willy-nilly, and in fact, instead I act reasonably normally, and, you know, if it's a cavern or something that I'm exploring, looting, you know, some sort of dungeon or whatever, yeah, sure, I'm definitely going to loot the hell out of it. But if it's just why is there a book just sitting there? No, don't need that. Oh, there's Lastry. Okay, cool. There was someone else over here. It wasn't Volo, was it? It was Volo! There we go. How's Volo doing?
Greetings, my friends. You are a welcome sight. I'm glad you made it here in one piece. Quite the invention, that gnomish portal, isn't it? Marvelous!
Wait, if there's a portal here, why did you take a ship to Samarak instead of that?
Well, at the time, the operator simply told me there was no portal in Samarak. Trying to keep the lumber camp a secret, I'd imagine. And, there was the matter of the exorbitant cost to get anywhere near Samagol, so I opted to arrive there via non-portal means. To think that to go by ship had seemed safer. Ah, what mysterious ways the world works in.
What are you doing here?
Well, it's quite remarkable, really. My time around this merchant company has opened my eyes. I had never before imagined the life of the merchant was so interesting. And I would wager that the average reader had never thought so either. Thus, I'm taking on the epic task of writing 2 books at once. One shall be the continuation of the areas of the realms, so that you can continue telling me of interesting places you visited, and amazing things you see. But the second and more pressing task is a new book on Toril's brave merchants, a triptych of life on the road. Thus, if you could find and interview a number of merchants for me, let's see, I think 6 is a good starting number, that should provide some excellent fodder for my new work. But in the meantime, is there anything else I can help you with? Wonderful! I can always use more material for my book. Did you? Most excellent. Tell me all about it and I... Wonderful! Tell me everything. Omit no detail. Undead. Loathsome. But if they're cleared out, perhaps there might be some value to someone in exploring their deeper reaches. Excellent! You've explored an impressive number of locations.
Okay, so we can still talk to Volo and give him interesting tidbits of information. That's good. Okay. We're going to save again. So let's just see. At the moment, speak with 6 merchants, go to Neverwinter and find the missing associates, set up some trade posts. Right. So we might as well go back to Highcliff and see if we can set up a trade post there. It's the closest. Actually, no, we want to explore this place a little bit more. This is definitely the keep from... Yes, this is definitely the keep that you get in the first adventure. I've got at least that far. That's as far as I ever got.
If there's anything you need, just let me know.
I'd like to ask you about Ilfos and Kizu. No idea what that is, but it's an option, so... Those merchants who up and disappeared a while back, can't say I knew them very well, but ask anyway. Any idea what happened to them? Those buildings they bought cost a fair bit of coin. I'd wager that they caught the attention of the wrong sort of people, and well, I'm sure you can guess the rest. So you don't think they simply abandoned the operation? Nobody would throw that much gold down and simply walk away from it. Not willingly, anyway. Was there anything unusual about them? Well, as far as I could tell, they were aloof and all business. Ilfos was tall and solemn, Kizu short and comely, both not big talkers, at least not to me or anyone I know. Show me what you have for sale. Basic braces, chain shirt, gold circlets, shields. No, like, named armor. So disappointing. Oh, I can't sell that damn thing. I didn't just... Oh, thank God. I thought I just sold that bag. Just go loot all. Get rid of that. Get weapons. At least there's a longbow plus 1 that I can buy. So who doesn't have an enchanted longbow? You got a longbow plus 1. You've got the longbow
Listening.
plus 1. You've got a longbow.
What?
Longbow plus 1.
Listening.
You. There we go. Put that back there.
You just follow me and stay close.
Ready.
Let's make sure everybody's got rapid shot turned on.
Perhaps so.
At least those of us who can use it. Okay, sold that. Why did I pick up that damn book? Close the book.
If there's anything you need, just let me know.
Tell me about being a merchant. Me, a merchant? It's a bit much for me, really. Never thought of myself as that, just a blacksmith. But I suppose there was one time where I was working on something and the night captain came by with this serious look on his face. And then the look on Aldenon's face was so priceless we both nearly passed out from laughter. Those were good days, God bless. Good days, bless the night captain's name. Okay, so just let me see what you got for sale again, because I only looked at a couple of these things. There wasn't any... Yeah, no, everything's... I've already got a +1, so... Yes. Really nothing all that useful here. Blank scroll, magic potion bottle, bone wand, recipe, armor class bonus, enchantment +2. Beastbane weapon. Of recipes, none of which I'm really ever going to use. Okay. So, let's see. Any of these guys have anything interesting to say?
I think it was a mistake to come here. There's nobody here.
I think we'd have better luck in Neverwinter.
You're wasting your time here. There isn't an ounce of life left in this place.
So why are you all standing out here? We can see any new visitors who come in, what few there are, and besides, the Phoenix Tail is not exactly, what's the word? Ah yes, classy. How long have you been here? A few days only. We're originally from Corma, but we heard the tales of this place and had to come look for ourselves and earn some coin, of course. I must say I'm disappointed. The legendary Knight Captain is nowhere to be found, and there's a very surly dwarf in charge instead. Who's the Knight Captain? You don't know? No, that's a story, a long story, so you'd better sit down. So this is obviously the story of what happens in the official campaign. And that's how it ends. Not spectacular, I agree, but I'm pretty sure there's more to the tale than we know. Planning on staying much longer, perhaps a few days more. Your arrival might just make things more interesting again. Farewell. And did we talk to those two? I didn't talk to that
Nobody
one.
here but farmers.
Yeah, you're not saying anything. And...
A moment of your time, if you please.
Okay, here we go. How can we help you? I'm collecting donations to help the less fortunate in Neverwinter. Could you spare a few coins? Here's 10 gold. Very kind of you. This will feed several families. So that's the Phoenix Tail Inn. It's Jacoby. Let's come down here to the Adventure... No, where is it? This way. The Adventurers Guild. Is it down here somewhere?
Welcome, fellow adventurer, welcome! The guild is not yet open, but it will be soon.
What's this guild? It will be one of the finest schools for adventurers in the Sword Coast. Within, you will learn to be more effective as a team, whether in combat or travelling through the wilderness. What makes you qualified to teach these things? Experience, friend, experience. My comrades and I were students of the Knight Captain, and we decided it was time to pass what we learned on to other adventurers. When will it be opening? I'm still waiting for my comrades to arrive, but it should only be a matter of days. What's this guild? We already said that. How much will it cost? Well, it won't be free, of course, but I'm sure you'll find our training is well worth it. Okay, so there's nothing yet. That's the Adventurers Guild, but it's locked. There's no other doors here. That door's locked. Blah, blah, blah. Okay, was there anything down this way? I saw something that looked like it was some chests, but no, none of that is anything I can interact with. Okay. So let's save. The overland map. Wish there was more merchants around here. Sounds like someone's fighting. It's not me, though. Okay. Inquire about establishing a trading post. Conversation with the quartermaster of Highcliffe. She informs you that the town requires you provide 100 trade bars and 5 units of timber to construct a trading post. Do we have that? Let's decline the offer. Let's trade with Highcliffe. What have we got? So we've got 147 trade bars, but we don't have any timber. So still can't sell this salt. So we could just trade here, buy 5 timber, but that would not leave us with enough. So let's not do that. So that's right, the prices, the colours of the prices indicate whether they're a good price or not, I think. So I think that's supposed to be a good price for all. The blue at 6. So if I was to buy, say, 10, I'm going to head north up the road here and see if there are any more towns, because there are supposed to be more towns around. Let's see if we can't find another town to trade with. And hopefully the blue price for ore at 6 was a cheap price and we can sell for more. What's going on here? Just crossing a river. And looks like we've got another little town here. A big town. Whatever. Oh, this is Neverwinter. Oh, right. Okay. As you approach the gates to Neverwinter, you're quickly intercepted by a guard wearing the colours of the city. Hail and well met, travellers. Can I get entry to the city? The city is under martial law, but you may purchase a temporary entry pass by donating 200 gold to the defence of the city. Here's the gold. Thank you for your generous weapons. Continue. Additionally, due to the measures taken during the War of Shadows, only the Black Lake District is available to non-citizens at the present time. Okay. Right, and so this matches Black Lake. Yep. I remember from the first adventure. Some sightseers. Where's some merchants? Sir Naval, here we go. That's someone we need to talk to. Well met. Welcome to Neverwinter. I don't believe I've met you before. That uniform, it marks you as one of Neverwinter 9, right? Correct, an excellent observation. It's well you know of this city's ways, even changed as it has been of late. My name is Sir Naval. Lord Nasher has chosen me to administer to this section of the city in its time of needs. Why can't we go to the rest of the city? For the same reason you passed to get in. Due to the threat of the Shadow Army's remnant forces, the city is under martial law. We need to acquire a permanent entry pass. A tall order, may I ask why? We come from Crossroad Keep. We're here to trade and keep the city and help the city in any way we can. Glad to hear it. Despite our excessive rebuilding Tier's Eye, there is still plenty of work for those who are looking. If you're here for trade, you best ally yourself with one of the 3 merchant cartels in the area. There's only a limited number of permanent passes, and only the cartels have the clearance to distribute them to their merchants. Who gives the clearance to the merchants? The Neverwinter government has been short-handed since the war and simply lacking the manpower to approve every individual claim for passes. Since the merchant cartels have been thoroughly investigated, allowing them to distribute passes at their discretion cuts down on our work and helps us track who has brought the most goods to the city. Can you tell me more about the factions? Each one is headquartered within the Temple of Wakin, Circle of Friends, the Forgotten Lords, and the Fated Winds. I'd tell you more, but I think they'd prefer to represent themselves. There should be someone to speak with within each office. What's the purpose of the merchant cartels? They're assisting Neverwinter with its economic reconstruction, organising the efforts of various small merchant companies under their employ. From time to time we also perform tasks such as providing security to the city or fulfilling export contracts to other towns in the region. Sort of know the answers to the rest of those questions, so we'll farewell. I thought I had to talk to him about getting access for the other guy. Thayan Guards. That's the Thayan Enclave, eh? What have we got here? That's the Temple of Wakin. That's good. Let's see what Lady Janelle...
Good day to you.
No.
Pleasant outside, is it not?
The Wailing Wench Tavern. Okay. We might as well head to the tavern. Every adventure starts in a tavern. Well, not every adventure, but, you know.
Louder than lyrics true.
Good day to you, travelers. May Torm guide your steps.
Ah, I know what this is. This is a potential companion. So because she's a half-orc, she thinks he, being a half-orc, is strange to be a follower of Torm. You're a follower of Torm?
Yes, I am. I recognize this may seem odd, but it is merely an accident of birth that has rendered my current appearance, and not altered my temperament permanently.
Accident of birth?
I would put it that way. I was found as a squalling orphan child, and raised in the care of monks of Torm. Torm has embraced me, and given me peace in his faith, and now I go to learn patience.
I agree with that. Maybe we can help each other.
Yes, I believe you. If you require my aid, you will freely have it. I see that there are many that follow you now. I will await your convenience then. The guards should know where you are from, yes? I will meet you there. Farewell.
I think that means he's now going to be back in the keep. Crossroad Keep, where the ex-ship captain is, who also offered to join us. Well met, stranger, what can I and my humble inn do for you? Have you heard any rumours? Ever heard of West Harbour, little town down in the Mare, Knight's captain's hometown? Well, supposedly they're asking for help from adventurers. If you've got the time, it might be worth a look. West Harbour, there you go. That was the name of the town I couldn't think of. Anything else? Nope. And I'm not going to spend the night. I just wish I could find someone who is trading at the moment. Not really trading in trade goods, but selling equipment, because I want to see if I can find some more good bows. I mean, we've all got +1 bows now, but I want something like my frost bow for everybody, so that we're all able to do a little bit of extra damage. Out of the way, guys. There we go. Okay, so that was the... Where are we? We're down here. So that's the inn there. We've got the trading post there, the Temple of Wakeen, the Overlook, and the Thane Enclave. And I don't think we're allowed out to anywhere else in here. So, trading post. That's locked. I don't know if I feel comfortable with the faded winds. Okay, so let's go into the temple. Right. What have we got?
Tantum friends, I am here with answers should you have any questions. Tantum, I welcome you to the Temple of Wakeen, friends. May your stay here be profitable, and the merchant's friends smile on your endeavors herein.
Tantum? What? Ah, it means to us of the coin of the north, peace and hello. It is a greeting of joy given with devotion. Oh, what is this place? This doesn't look much like a temple. Well, I already said it's the Temple of Wakeen, did I not? To the merchant's friend, the sound of clinking coins is as a hymn, the murmur of trade, a prayer. The main floor of the temple here is divided into 2 sections, the chapel and the offices for the 3 merchant cartels. Why is there a Temple of Wakeen here? I thought Tyr was Neverwinter was more closely associated with Tyr. Yea, friend, and still it is. But even the city of the even-handed can still appreciate a helping hand from the merchant's friend, especially when it is in such dire need. This holy site is not meant to displace Grand Tyr, but to bring Wakeen's smile to Neverwinter, spurring badly needed commerce. This place looks fairly new. Ah, quite perceptive you are. Eyes like Gond, friend to the Golden Lady. Yes, we've built the temple recently. There used to be a major school here in Tyr's Eye, but a fire shortly after the Shadow War ended up razing the school and several other buildings in the area. We were invited by the Lord Nasher to construct our temple here shortly after. Can you tell me about the various sections of the temple? Help me guide your interest, friend. Which section would you like to know? The chapel. Just past me is the chapel's divine services. Divine services are provided by Many Coins Eramis. If you have official business with the most holy church of Wakeen, speak with him. What other places in the temple interest you? The cartel offices. A wise interest. Each of the cartels authorized to do business in Neverwinter City maintains an office here in the Temple of Wakeen. Circle of Friends, the Forgotten Lords, and the Fated Winds. Their offices are just to my left. Left as you stand, or left as I stand? Left as you stand is over this side. If you have interest in doing business here in Neverwinter, I recommend that you stop by and ask them about their organizations, but you should have a representative on hand for that very task. What other parts of the temple would you like to know about? Let's discuss something else. I have some question. Farewell. There we go. Okay. Let's have a quick look at the map. So, yes, temple services there. The 3 guys there. Let's see if there's anything else up this way. Let's just see what is up here. Let's see what this guy's got to say.
May your day be profitable, friend. How may the clergy of the Merchant's Friend assist you today?
Your title, many coins. You're a cleric of some rank, yes? Yes, that's correct. I've been in Wakeen's service ever since I was a boy. Farewell. I don't want healing. Petitioner, petitioner, petitioner. That's fine. Let's come over here then. And let's talk to the various trading houses. See what they have to say. Actually, let's save just in case. Okay.
New face, huh? Welcome to the headquarters of the Fated Wind, stranger. What do you need?
Can you tell me about being a merchant? Secrets, never. Advice, cost you 500 gold. Never mind.
New face, huh? Welcome to the headquarters of the Fated Wind, stranger.
I'm looking for two associates of my employer, Ilfos and Kizu. They were supposed to have visited one of the merchant organizations here in Neverwinter recently. Have you seen them? Sorry, stranger, I can't provide confidential information to outsiders. Perhaps if you were to join. Can you tell me about the Fated Winds? Aye, what do you want to know? What are the benefits of membership in the Fated Winds? Benefits? You've got plenty. Those other organizations talk a dragon's weight, but they don't reward like the Winds do, that's for certain. Our members are unique people, aye, we know that well. If you have tastes for some more unsavory, uncommon goods, we can get those for you, and if you know where those are wanted, feel free to sell them where you like. The higher the price, the better. And for companies working with us, that's our monthly profit distribution, which is second to none, I promise you that. Your members have to abide by any special rules? Maybe for those with weak consciences, but those folks are not meant for the Fated Winds. Let me make it plain. Only so much money in the realms, you know, and if you spend all your time worrying about who gets what, that money right through your fingers. Okay. Life, trade, it's a game, and whether you're Sweet on Tamora or Bashaba, you know, luck or not, there's winners and losers. We're out to win, and we'll do what it takes to make that happen. You join up with us, stranger, and we'll make sure you're on the right side of that line. I'd like to discuss something else. Nothing right now. What does this guy have to say for himself?
What's your business here? You've come to deal with the Fated Winds?
What can you tell me about the Fated Winds? I can tell you that its leader doesn't have time to chat with a small-time tin peddler. Talk to Keller.
What's your business here?
I'm looking to join up with one of the merchant cartels. I don't bother with fresh blood. Go pester Keller over there. He'll give you the talk. Right, you're a bit of a pain in the butt, you are. So let's leave this guy alone and let's come up here. Let's talk to this group. So, do we have multiple people in this room, or is it just there's just the one in this room? Okay.
I greet you, stranger. Was there something you wanted to ask?
Can you tell me about being a merchant? If you're looking for trade secrets, you're out of luck. But I can give you advice for 100 gold. I'm not going to pay you money for that
I
advice
greet you,
just
stranger.
yet.
Was there something you wanted to ask?
I'm looking for two associates of my employer, Ilfos and Kizu. They were supposed to have visited one of the merchant organizations here in Neverwinter recently. Have you seen them? If I had, I'd certainly not discuss that information with a representative of an unallied merchant organization. Access to our existing network of information gathering is yet another benefit of membership with the Forgotten Lords. Can you tell me about the Forgotten Lords? Suppose I have the time. What do you want to know? Tell me about your organization. This is the local Neverwinter office of the Forgotten Lords. Our main headquarters are located in Waterdeep. We are the most efficient of the honest merchant organizations on the Sword Coast, and obviously the superior choice for any aspiring merchant. Honest, you wouldn't happen to be referring to the Fated Winds' suspected ties to the Zentarum, would you? Oh no, not at all. Why would you ask something like that? What are benefits of the membership in the Forgotten Lords? To put it simply, the opportunity to participate in the Sword Coast's largest and most profitable merchant enterprise. We provide our members with access to lucrative export deals and access to rare and magical equipment for our more adventurous colleagues. Finally, participating organisations, of course, receive part of our quite sizable monthly profit distribution. Do your members have to abide by any special rules? Not really. Of course, if you wish to advance to higher ranks within our organisation, you have to pay larger dues. Comes with the territory, as they say. And now and then we have certain jobs that we'd like you to perform for us, but that is as much as opportunity as anything. However, we do try to keep the economy of the region stable. We neither gouge nor undercharge during shortages. It's hardly beneficial to our long-term business strategy. But it must be clear, we're not a charity. We are a merchant organisation, the merchant organisation. As far as turning a strong profit goes, no one else can compete. Farewell, and let's go and talk to the other guys and see what they have to say. Again, just one person
Tantum
here.
and well met, traveler. Welcome to the headquarters of the Circle of Friends.
Can you tell me about being a merchant? It's a life fraught with complication and difficulty, but also tremendous opportunity to do good. It is important to always recall that, so let that be a lesson to you in your dealings. It was always time to be just and giving. So the fact that these guys are just willing to give me responses without having to pay for them and stuff like that is already making me
Tantum and well met, traveler. Welcome to the headquarters of the Circle of Friends.
Looking for 2 associates of my employer, Ilfos and Kazu, blah blah blah. Have you seen them? I'm sorry, friend, as much as I'd like to help, that matter is somewhat sensitive, and I must keep information on it between members of our organisation. Can you tell me about the Circle of Friends? Of course. What are your questions? What are the benefits? We believe that a strong economy is the best reward. Though anyone with 2 apples to sell is welcome in a starving city, even the most satisfied towns are glad to see the Circle of Friends. Surpluses may deny profits for some, but never us. In addition to this, our members are granted access to our private collection of arms, armour and provisions. Because we support the well-being of the Sword Coast, most of our items are donated by the devotees of the House of the Triad, Tia, Torm and Kind Ilmanta, and their allies. Finally, each of our member organisations receive a distribution of profits dependent on their rank, though some of these profits will be donated to charity. The Sword Coast cannot recover by mercantile means alone, you know. We must show kindness to help it flourish. Tell me about your organisation. A merchant cartel we may be, but we firmly believe it is our responsibility to aid the citizens of the Sword Coast who have suffered in the recent war. How can we fill our coffers when the needy suffer so? Okay, I agree it is the responsibility of powerful and wealthy to assist those in need. I'm glad to hear you say that. Perhaps you would be a good fit for the Circle of Friends. Do your members abide by any special rules? We encourage your members to be professional in their dealings and kind in their demeanour, to act in ways that would benefit the Circle of Friends and the Sword Coast as a whole. Though I must say we do have one absolute rule. Members of the Circle must always offer a fair price to towns suffering from a shortage of goods. Nothing but grief laughs from extorting gold from those most in need. We are not naive nor fools. We know well the desire to turn a profit, and Rakim's own smile is gold, but such a profit would not be at the cost of our customers, should not be at the cost of our customers, not at the expense of the poor. Because of our reputation, our kindness is well repaid. In times of surplus, those who sell to us will always present us with the best price, a gift in return for our persistent efforts to aid those struggling nation. So you see, being good is sometimes more than its own reward. Hey, so what you've actually got here then is the Circle of Friends is the good aligned merchant party. The guys that we just went to, whatever their name was, they are the neutral aligned merchant party, and the last guys, the first guys we talked to, they are the evil aligned merchant party. I'd like to discuss something else. I'm interested in joining your organisation. Good. To join, we must first collect a small donation of 250 trade bars. Not only will this prove your dedication to the Circle of Friends, but more practically will buy you a permanent business pass into Neverwinter City. I don't have the necessary bars. Quite alright. If you're still interested in joining later, the Circle is always accepting new members. Once you have the bars, come by again and we will speak further. Okay, farewell. So, we really have to do some trading by the looks of it and get some more bars so that we can get into this organisation. Actually, I'm interested to see how much it costs in these other groups. If I say I'm interested in joining this group...
New face, huh? Welcome to the headquarters of the Fated Wind, stranger.
I'm interested
What do you need?
Joining. 250 bars. Okay. Farewell. And then... Are you going to be 250 bars as well?
I greet you, stranger. Was there something you wanted?
250 bars. Don't have the necessary bars. Farewell. Okay, so... It looks like the tone of the game is changing a little bit right now. We have to start organising a bit of trade as a way to become a member there. And we're not going to be able to get any more information until we unlock that trade. My main concern now is the fact that we have had this problem whereby we almost die every time we get in combat at the moment. There's just no decent merchants around selling equipment. So, we're going to head back down to the keep and look for some other towns there and see if we can sell this ore that we got and make some trade bars. Ultimately we need 250, but if we can get enough that we can get the timber that we need and the ore that we need to, the timber and the bars that we need to start up a trading organisation, there we go, then we might be able to set up a trade organisation in one of the cities down this way. It's probably going to be worthwhile to try and look for other towns off the beaten path, or look for other, you know, roads and towns. There's also West Harbour that we have to go and find. Apparently they want us to try and set up some trade down that way, so it'll be worthwhile making the trip down there, which I think is now on the map. No, that's Highcliffe, that's Crossroad, it's Neverwinter. We just got to basically discover these other towns by the looks of it. Where's this little town here? There we go. Trade. Their price is 6 as well for the ore. I might need to look in the help material again and work out whether maybe the gold is the good price. 12 and 5 for the skins. Let's see what these guys talk about. Inquire about a trading post. 300 trade bars and 5 units of skins. Wow, that's a lot. Decline the offer. Leave. Okay. What I need to do is have a look in the Adventurer's Guide. Can I do that? Yeah, no. Here we go. I can't activate it at the moment. What I'll do is I'll go into here and I'll go to the temple. temple. Enter the main hall of the temple.
I shall.
Ready.
Yes?
Yes.
Stay close.
Rapid shot.
And
Just
step
keeps getting
where I
turned
step.
off. So what I wanted to do, really, before doing anything else, was to use this item and read up on trade. Tutorials. Reread old information. Maybe it's going to be under our journal. That was the tutorial on the trading posts. There was another one way back. Here we go, trading system. Rare resource node. No, there was something somewhere that told you trading system. Town stock, sell cargo button, price. No, you can buy it at sell price, but and that the price of goods may differ will indicate. Okay, the color of the price text itself will indicate the relative price being offered for the blue text indicates a low price, black a moderate, and gold a high. Remember to buy low and sell high. So I was right to buy it at blue, but I need to find somewhere to sell it that's willing to actually let me sell it, because nowhere wants to buy it at the price that I've got. Let's see what you have for sale. I think I'll take that natural armor +2. Don't have rings of protection, do I? And that is braces of dexterity. I've already got a chime of opening, which I sometimes forget to use. Coins of life. Okay. So, we need to see where else we can trade. Bunch of knolls over there. So that's the crypt. I'm wondering where. It's almost like I've just got to walk through the swamp to find West Harbour. Ooh, swamp cave. Sounds interesting. Whoa, wyverns! Let's save and let's kill these wyverns, or at least see if we can kill them. Normally we haven't had too much of a problem, but maybe if it's a larger group than previously, we might find it extremely difficult, but we shall see. Okay, no, it's still only 3 wyverns. I don't know why this is going to be hard. So you're going to attack that.
Children of
You're going to
snakes.
attack that. You're going to attack that.
Well, of course
You're
I
gonna
can do
attack
that.
And you're going to attack that. Let's go, guys. And
Onwards we go. No quarter given in
Well,
the
of
wild.
course I can do that.
Yep.
Now! Strike swiftly!
And I'm going to... Actually, we're all going to use many shot initially.
Blast!
See if we can make this first
Let's
volley.
attack then!
Quietly.
Wow. Nice and quick.
Children of snakes.
I can do that.
Well, of course I can do that.
Appeal no.
Appeal no.
Why am I not rapid shot anymore? God, this damn rapid shot.
I see some more enemies.
Yes, of course.
And we're done. And yeah, that was pretty easy. We did lose some companions. Just the one, I think. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep, and that one's almost dead. But apart from that, we did alright. Actually, we're going to have to source another supply of magical arrows at some point too, unless we can take the... Yeah, we definitely need to source another supply because I haven't seen any. Got to find some place where we can buy some decent equipment, because at the moment we've got nowhere. And we're going to run low on things very quickly if we can't. Okay, what do we got? So there's that swamp cave, which I'm sort of reluctant to go to in case it's actually a quest item sort of thing. I guess I can go to it. Let's give it a go. Nestled between 2 massive black willow trees lies the entrance to a dark cave. Insects buzz noisily around its mouth while the pungent stench of rot causes your stomach to retch. Oh, joy! You spot a large cavern entrance here. High-pitched cackling reverberates from within. High-pitched cackling. Kobolds, maybe? I wouldn't have thought, like, lizard men cackle. Hags, witches? I don't know. Ogre? Okay, I don't know why an ogre barbarian would be doing a high-pitched cackle, but sure.
Half of a half-wit.
Right. See how we can take this guy down. Yeah. In about 1.5 rounds of combat. That's pretty damn quick. Okay, let's just check the map. So there is something down that way. We're going to go this way first because that's going to be the main encounter there. So let's go this way first. So far we're not seeing anything. Let's just come down this way just to be sure that we didn't miss anything weird. What have we got? Ooh. What do you know? Hag. I did say hag, didn't I? I said witch, I think. But witches, hags...
I'll try to handle this one quickly.
Same sort of thing. Don't know what an anise is. There's a green hag and a green hag. I really want to take those hags out first, but I think at this point we're probably better off. Hag eye. Hag eye. Hag eye. So anise, whatever that was, is another type of hag, maybe. Okay. Some dead bodies there. They've obviously been cooking and eating them up. Let's get out of this poison. Why couldn't it just be a simple, you know, spear the guy who opens the box trap? Okay. Any problem with this party of all rangers? We do not have anyone who can handle traps. I mean, I could spend a few points into that. Or we could try and find a magical item that gives us that as well. So I think we just picked up a bunch of recipes for things, and I've got a feeling now that those recipes, because they don't appear here, have been shifted into these books. So they were amulets and rings, so it's probably under here. Amulet of Natural Armor 3. That's where all these recipes get put. Okay, so these are basically containers for recipes. So that sort of makes sense. Bat wings, dire bat tail, throwing axe +1, giant's heart, more potions. Right. So this was just a simple little encounter cave. Nothing spectacular. But we will just save before we leave. Resume. And out we go. Since the Shadow War, Sir Naval has been a great deal more active in Neverwinter's public sphere, helping to keep the city running smoothly. Since martial law was declared and public opinion of Lord Nasher has dropped, he has surely had his work cut out for him. Well, there you go. So, we found that little cave. Where is West Harbour going to be? It's got to be somewhere. There's West Harbour. Monstrous company, I want to keep away from them because they've been the ones that have been kicking my butt. West Harbour. You approach the town of West Harbour, little more than a collection of houses in the middle of a swamp. It is nonetheless the only civilization for miles around. Enter West Harbour. Will this be the exact West Harbour of the game? Probably will be very close, I would think. There's no reason not to use the same map. They've already built it, you know. Not looking all that familiar at this point. I mean, it certainly looks similar. They've put a wall around the town now.
Halt there! state your name and business.
Friend of the wilderness, just passing through. Wilderness, huh? If you know it, well, it might be you could help us if you're interested, of course. Welcome to West Harbour. You'll want to talk to Mayor Buckman. He's over there by the training field. Over where? This, I would have thought, was the training field. So that's over this way. But I don't see nobody. So maybe this isn't the training field. So maybe we have to go in. Oh, no. Welcome to West Harbour there. That's an exit to the overland map, so there are some similarities. The wall, of course, is very different. Let's see.
Ma and Pa left me in charge.
Look at me. I'm a dragon, too. Rawr. Weapons are scary. Did you come to scare the dragons away?
Oh, good. There's dragons. And it's plural. That's always fun.
Hello, traveler. How can I be of service?
You seem a little well-dressed for the swamp, mister. Shaden Zin is my name, and I'm afraid the clothes are an affectation that I am unable to rid myself of. I am a merchant, formerly of Neverwinter, but I lost everything after the Shadow War. I moved here for a life that is simpler, finer. As for my services, I can offer a small selection of goods and perhaps a few other baubles that might catch your eye. Show me what you have for sale. Oh yeah, nothing interesting there. I don't want any of this, but you're not buying any of that. Can I sell those to you? Yes, I can. What about what's in here? Do I have anything decent in here? No. You don't have anything decent there. You're not going to have much in the way of weapons. Oh, okay. Alchemical silver arrows. Arrows. Cold iron arrows. Cold iron. Blah blah blah. So the cold iron just, yeah, doesn't really do anything. It is supposed to do something against certain types of opponents, I believe. Sheridan longbow, that does might, I believe, +4. Might be worthwhile seeing which of our guys has the strength to use that, because that's equivalent to a composite longbow. I just wish it was enchanted, and the Zalanta longbow does might +2. Okay, what else we got? Nothing under usables, nothing worthwhile under trinkets, certainly not for a good price, and nothing there. Okay, so you're useless to me. What do we got? Quarrel.
Fascinating. Yes. I think I see. No. God damn it, it's just not... Damn!
New faces, eh? Name's Laszlo Buckman. I'm the mayor here. If Carol let you in, you probably came to help us out, correct?
That depends. What's the job, and more importantly, what's the reward? What is it you need help with? A couple of old black dragons out in the swamp seem to have their eyes set on West Harbour, want to conquer the town. The village has been through a lot, and we're preparing to fight them off as best we can. Good thing their wings are all gnarled. They can't fly over the walls that way. So you need us to kill a couple of dragons. From what I can see, it seems like you're well prepared for a fight. Do you want us to help you here if they attack, or go hunt them ourselves. Well, the situation's got a little more complicated recently. Our wizard Thomas, his spells help keep this wall solid, but he went off to scout the Dragon's Cave and hasn't come back for 2 days. 2 of my best fighters went to find him, but so far nothing. If people need rescuing, we'll help. Glad to hear it. The lair is somewhere in the mere. I expect it pretty well hidden, so it might take some searching. Best be prepared for that. In the meantime, you're welcome to take a look around and don't get too cozy. I'll help how I can.
Welcome back. Any progress yet?
We'll speak. Well, I
welcome back.
We have a lot of beehives. Honey makes mead, friends. Once we get our harvest meat out to buyers, West Harbour will prosper again, mark my word. Bit of high expectations to put on insects. Worth every bit of it, trust me on that. Who's that odd elf wandering around? Half Drow says his name's Quarrel. Came around a few days ago looking for something. Hasn't exactly been chatty or friendly. Looking for what? Something about Amon Jero. Don't know why. Wasn't him directly that burned this village either time, but he wasn't exactly a good influence on West Harbour. The less he's spoken of, the better. What's with all the militia training? Because we're survivors and we aim to stay that way. Something in the mare shook us all out of our homes, and we're damn lucky to be alive. We don't prepare for what's next. It's same as if we gave them the knife to stab us. And that's it. Okay, is there anyone else? Jan Buckman, any of these guys? They're just...
Oh, hello, travelers. I assume you've spoken with my father.
Depends. Is he the guy in the red shirt over there? Oh, pardon me. I totally forgot. My name's Jan Buckman. My father's over there, Laszlo Buckman, the mayor. You must be so proud. Oh yes, my father has done so much for this town. He's faced such dangerous things, put his life on the line, made deals for our safety. I want to live up to that example. Deals for safety, what do you mean? Deals. Did I say deals? Just my imagination is all deals. Master Thomas says I have quite the imagination. So does my friend Shaden. You will find Master Thomas, won't you? We'll see what we can do. Bless you, may Mistara's eyes shine on you for your kindness. Now I must get back to studying. I don't want to disappoint Master Thomas when he returns. Right, of course. And you're not going to speak to me. Fine, be like that. Good wife.
New
Karina.
faces in West Harbor. That's uncommon. Well, if you'll be needing supplies or healing, I'll help you best I can. Also, if it's not too much trouble, I had a small request for you.
What's this request of yours? I hear you're going to seek out the missing mage, whether you might take on a second task. How can we help? When I fled Wonderfen, I had lizard folk at my heels. I dropped a shawl and I saw them pick it up. You might run into some lizard folk in the swamp here. It sounds strange to say, but if you find my shawl with them, may I have it back. Small, hand-woven, well-worn. You'll know it should you come across it. Sure, we'll find your shawl for you. Thank you, travellers. It would mean a great deal to me. Now, is there anything else? Let's see those supplies. No armour. Nothing special in weapons. Man, I should have stocked up on arrows before I left Samagal. Damn it, I am going to have to either take normal arrows as a backup or something. Such a pain.
Hello again, friend.
Because you really didn't have anything decent as far as enchanted arrows came. You had alchemical silver arrows, but they're just alchemical silver arrows, just more expensive than normal arrows, really. Same with the cold iron arrows. Right, I was going to check and see if anyone had what our strengths were. So +2.
I am ready.
+1.
Ready.
Yes. +2. +1.
You just follow me and
+1.
stay close.
Perhaps so.
none of us are really going to get any benefit out of that other bow, so let's not bother with it. Did we see anything on the map? No, West Harbour Gate, that's it. There's no tavern, there's nothing, so let's get out of here. I thought we had to set up a trade with the Crossroad Keep, missing associates. No. Okay. Don't know if I'm going to be ready to tackle 2 black dragons. I mean, we've taken on 3 wyverns at once and managed to kill them without too much of a problem, but black dragons, even if apparently they can't fly, yeah, a cave full of black dragons just doesn't sound appealing, I'm afraid. Even if by saying full of, it just means 1 cave with 2 black dragons in it. But we do have some people to rescue. Really don't know. Tempted to come around this way and see if there's more towns around this area. Old Owl Well should be somewhere around here. Whether there's a town there or not, I don't know. Up here should be Trail Bore, I think it is. Yatar's over this way, but it won't be on the map. There should be a trail that comes down like that, but maybe it's this one. No, it comes down this way, maybe. So yeah, I'm gonna continue around this way. Yeah, that monstrous band. Trolls I could probably handle, but I just want to go, where are we? Up along the coast this way and go back to Highcliff for the moment. It's early in the morning, I really should rest at some point, so I might rest just outside of Highcliff. So let's rest here. Rest cancel. Alright, we got our 8 hours rest. Good. So let's go to Highcliff. Let's trade with Highcliff and see what we've got. Still not giving us a good price for that or for that. It is tempting to sell the salt and not get a profit for it. But I thought I was buying it at a good price. That's the whole deal behind it being a rare resource node. I paid 75 for it, so I should be able to sell it for more than that. And I paid 6 for those ore. I'm just not able to sell anything. But I need 5 timber, which is going to cost me 60 gold and 100 to set up the trading in this town, I believe it was. Was it not? Let's see. Establish a trading post. Yeah, 5 timber and 100 trade bars. So if I trade here, if I trade all of that ore, 147. If I trade all of that, I'm 222. So if I now buy 5 ore, I can construct a trading post. You establish a trading post within the town of Highcliff. You can now visit the location to set up a caravan or return cargo to your storage at Crossroad Keep. So if I trade with Highcliff, come up here. I'm not actually going to go into here yet, but I'm going to save. I think I'm going to take a break for a little bit and maybe come back and stream a bit more later. So thank you very much for joining me on this. The game has definitely taken a different twist now that we have to do a lot more trading and a lot less, you know, exploration and adventuring. But we'll see how it goes. We're going to still keep going with this, and we're just going to have to try and be a little more careful in our battles so that we don't end up dying like we did a couple of times there earlier. So thanks for joining me, and remember, keep playing games, guys.